Hi there, I'm Judith from Just You Designs, and I'm just checking in with you to let you know about a little mini tutorial that I've put together. It's a variation on my Hexie baskets tutorial, which is already available in my YouTube channel. This version is how to make the baskets with an improv pieced exterior. I put these versions up on social media and on the blog, and I got lots of really positive comments and requests for how to make them. So thank you for all that positive comments. So this is a little mini tutorial which will take you through how to use small pieces of fabrics to improv piece, what we call improv piecing this exterior. Then you can pick up the Hexie basket tutorial from step 6, and that will help you finish the basket with including the piping and the lining and the binding and so on. So I hope you enjoy this little tutorial. So here you can see I have got a whole load of my little scraps out of my scrap basket here, and I don't usually lay them out and organise them as neat and tidy as this. I've just done this to let you see what I have, and some of the pieces are, you know, pretty small, maybe about 1 1/4, 1.5 inches wide on that piece there. Little pieces like that I would use, probably nothing, you know, smaller than about 1 inch, 1 1/4. And the only real preparation that I do, and I do it as I go, is if there aren't parallel sides here. So this one is a wee bit wonky, it's running off here at the bottom. So if I was going to use that one, when I came to use it, I would just straighten that wee edge up there and then go ahead and sew it on. But you can see a lot of mine aren't even ironed. I just, you know, grab one, sew it on, and then iron. We will iron as we go through this. So it's you're making decisions as you go along. There's not too much to decide up front. The one thing that you will have to do as you go is trim as you go and square up or, you know, level up right angled corners each time as you go. And you'll see how important that becomes on ironing as you go as well. So to start with here, I've simply just sewn 3 pieces of fabric together. I did 2 little small pieces, and then I put this one on the top here. And if you're using darks and lights, where possible, try and iron your fabrics to the darkest side, as you would do normally. So now I'm going to decide how will I add a little bit more to this. So rather than just put another strip across the top of that one, I'd like to break that edge up a little bit. So I'll probably put 2 pieces on. I'll try that one. If that one goes there, we'll probably just about get that width there. But even if I join these 2 pieces together first and that ends up shorter than this, I can just trim it all the same width. So let's try this and see where we go from there. So you want to be using scant 1/4 inch seams with these little pieces. I have a 70 needle in my machine and just a normal stitch length 2.5. So that's those 2 pieces done, and I'm going to put this on top here. Okay, so now you can see I've got these 2 pieces added, but we have a little bit of a shortage here, and obviously that's not straight. So I am going to line the whole piece up on my mat, and I'm going to use the narrowest part edge there to level up this side, and I'm going to use the shortest piece of fabric there to level up on the top. There we go. And I've got a tiny wee bit of a curve there, so I'm just going to take this opportunity to straighten up this side, ready for when I want to sew something onto there. Okay. Now, I think I would like to put a long thin piece here. Yep, we'll go for that. And again, I'm going to trim this off here. Okay, so my height here is 4 inches, so I need that to be a little bit bigger, but I might do that as a separate section. So I think I can keep adding a little bit onto here, and then that might form a little section by itself, which will get added later to another section. So let's see. Yeah, that works. Put it level at the top edge because I've more room to trim off the bottom there. Actually, I might just turn that round. Yep. Actually quite nice that way up as well, isn't it? That's the nice thing about this improv piecing, you don't really quite know where it's going to go and you have options. Yeah, I like it like that too. Okay, what should we do next? Some blue, I think. I might put a little bit of something on the bottom of that one. Yeah, just going to trim this down. I'll just check that it's got parallel sides. Yep. And I'm going to sew it onto this one here. So this is longer than what I need, so I have options here. If I want more of the pink showing at the bottom, I could go, but I don't really want to match up seam lines. You really want to try and avoid that if you can, so I think I prefer that seam interrupting that square, so I think I'll put it on that way. quite like those 3 across the top. So we'll sew these, trying to keep the bottom edges at least level. Not worry too much about the top edge. Don't quite have a straight edge at the bottom there, so I'm just going to straighten that up before I attach it. And a wee bit of a shortage there, but I'll take it off there rather than that side, which is narrower. So I'm going to line it up with this edge here. There we go. So that's pretty much where you want to take this. I might keep that as a separate little panel and then start a new panel, because sometimes the smallest pieces are good for starting off with, and then you'll find that you might get bigger, longer strips as you work your way out. So I think I'll leave that one there and then start with another panel. So you can see here I've made several little panels. This is the one I think that I started showing you, and put that to one side, and then I made another one, and I made a third one, and they're roughly the same height. I think this one's my shortest one, but that's tall enough for what I want, and I could just sew them all together like that. But I can afford to put in some longer pieces in between to interrupt some. There's lots of little seams kind of coming together on the sides there, and to make it even bigger, rather than make another panel, what I can do is put little sort of spacers, if you like, or little skinny pieces that will help to interrupt some of these horizontal seams, like that. And you know, again, it's blending all the panels together, it's elongating it, and it's interrupting, it's creating that random pattern to the panel. Do bear in mind that whatever you put at the ends, these will eventually be coming together. You'll be sewing the short ends together, so make sure you don't have duplicate prints here and here, because these two will actually end up side by side. So I'm going to sew all of these together, and then I will trim the bottom edge to get it nice and level, and that will be my panel finished and ready for quilting. So that's all my pieces joined together. I added a little bit extra onto one end because it wasn't quite long enough for what I wanted, but now it's the right length for the size basket that I want. So I need to trim these long sides to get the piece parallel. So I'll take my ruler to the narrowest bit of fabric there. And turn it around and do the other side. And there we are. So that's my panel made, ready to baste onto some violin and to quilt it. I hope you had fun with my tutorial. If you'd like lots more inspiration, free tutorials, patterns and classes, do check out my website. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook.